Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is October 23rd, 2023. And I want to talk to you about this weekend, October 28th and 29th. Amazing signs that are all coming together. So many important markers in the Bible. We have a 21-day heavenly war from October 7th, taking us to October 28th, a 21-day war in the heavens. We have the gospel being preached to all nations, an amazing confirmation that this prophecy has been fulfilled. The gospel preached to all the nations, and then the end shall come. This weekend is the last day of summer in Israel, the beginning of winter. Very important marker I want to show you and reveal to you the importance of this biblically. We have the end of this eclipse cycle where the Bible says the sun will be darkened and the moon shall be turned to blood. This weekend is a lunar eclipse. Very important part of Bible prophecy being fulfilled this weekend also. One of the main reasons we need to watch this weekend is that the Bible says that the appointed time is the full moon. The good man returns at the full moon. This is a very important weekend with all of these other signs coming together. The good man returning at the full moon. And we have details about this weekend being the birthday of the Antichrist. October 28th and 29th, 2023. Let's get into the information. The first thing we need to understand is that 50 years ago, exactly, the Yom Kippur War began on October 6th on the Day of Atonement. It was a 21 or 22-day war. On October 28th, 1973, a successful ceasefire manages to end the Yom Kippur War. Just leading up to the ceasefire agreement on October 28th, on October 25th, the Soviets threatened to send in their forces. The USA goes on nuclear high alert. So there was grave escalation leading up to and during the Yom Kippur War, and then it came to an end on the 21 or 22-day marker. Now we have in 2023 a war that begins 50 years and 1 day after the Yom Kippur War. On October 7th, we have Hamas is attacking Israel. The Palestinians attack Israel on October 7th, 2023. Now, the Bible talks about a war in heaven in the book of Daniel and also in the book of Revelation. It's a war in heaven, and it's connected to Michael the Archangel. And so Michael the Archangel is the key figure in both the Daniel War and the Revelation War. And we can understand the 21 days based on the connection to Michael from the book of Daniel to the book of Revelation. Daniel 10:13, the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. A 21-day battle. Revelation 12:7. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. The dragon fought, and his angels prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and the angels were cast out with him. Is this a 21-day war in heaven? And is the war in heaven simultaneous with the war that has already begun on earth? The important part of this war that began was it was the last day of tabernacles. And so we have a biblical fulfillment of a war. What could have been the end of the entire timeline leading us to the last day of tabernacles, we have a war that begins. And this war in the Bible is shown to be a 21-day war. Is this the same connection? So we have a war that began on October 7th, leading us possibly 21 days to October 28th. Together with the war in Israel, exactly on the same day or within one day, Lauren Cunningham, founder of Youth with a Mission, went to be with Jesus on October 6th, 2023 at the age of 88. Now listen to this. Lauren was the first person in history to travel for the sake of Christ and the Great Commission and to preach in every sovereign nation on earth, all dependent countries, and more than 100 territories. There is a prophecy in the Bible that says, Matthew 24:14, this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. One man who fulfilled this prophecy. There is no room at all to say that all nations of the earth have not received the gospel, that this prophecy has not been fulfilled. If one man could do it, this has been fulfilled. And I believe that this prophecy was sealed with the death of Lauren Cunningham on October 6th, together on the last day of Tabernacles, together with the war in Israel. The end has come. The gospel has been preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come. So we have a war that began in Israel on October 7th. And on October 6th, we have this prophecy being confirmed to us that the gospel has been preached in all the world unto all nations, and now the end has come. Then on October 14th, we have the confirmation of the Revelation 12 sign being fulfilled. A woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, being with child, travailing in birth, pain to be delivered. And we have this birth eclipse coming across Corpus Christi at noon, coming across the birth canal, ending out of natal Brazil, the birthplace. And this is a fulfillment of the birth eclipse on October 14th. Another amazing portion of this sign was the exact location of this eclipse on the hand and on the finger of Virgo, representing a wedding ring perfectly on her finger. A beautiful picture in the heavens of the birth and of our heavenly wedding. Now we have coming up on October 28th, this is a partial lunar eclipse, but it is a full moon. And the lunar eclipse, if you look at the location of this eclipse, where the total solar eclipse left off, coming out of Brazil and coming into the Atlantic Ocean, we have this eclipse that continues over the next whole region of the earth, over Africa, over Europe, and over the Middle East, and over Israel. This is the location of this eclipse that is coming on October 28th. In the Bible, full moon is represented by the word appointed day or full moon. This is the word in Hebrew, keseh. It is written only 2 times, used 2 times in the Bible. Psalms 81:3. At the new moon, at the time appointed, at our solemn feast, blow the trumpet. Blow the trumpet at the full moon. Blow the trumpet at the time of our solemn feast. Then Proverbs 7:19 and 20, it says, the good man has gone away on a long journey. He has taken his full bag of money with him, and he will return. On the day appointed, he will return at the full moon. October 28th, which is the end of the 21-day period from the beginning of the war, is also a full moon lunar eclipse, and the good man returns at the full moon. This is an amazing set of signs that are all coming together, and we could be looking at the weekend of the rapture on October 28th and 29th of 2023. This is not a total lunar eclipse that's coming up. But as we saw over the last months, the last few months that have come, the full moons, there have been blood moons all around the world based on the wildfires, based on the temperatures, based on all of the different weather patterns that are happening in the world. There have been documented many blood moons over the last months. And so, even though this is not a total lunar eclipse, the fact that this is going to be a lunar eclipse and a full moon does not write out the fact that this could very well be a blood moon. This could very well be a blood moon that is going to be coming up on October 28th. The sun shall be turned into darkness on October 14th, and the moon into blood on October 28th, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. And so these two signs together are very important, and it is written in prophecy that these signs will come together before the day of the Lord. Together with all of the signs we have been watching in the constellation of Virgo, the asteroid storm was found exactly at the end of the Yom Kippur War in 1973. Exactly on October 27th and October 28th of 1973, this asteroid was found. 50 years to the day from the founding of Asteroid Storm, October 27th, October 28th of 2023, 50 years to the day, Asteroid Storm is coming out of the constellation Virgo, connected here with the Sun and with Mercury and Mars in the constellation of Virgo. A very important sign, the storm that is coming, the calm before the storm, and now the storm has arrived. It is coming out of Virgo. It is being birthed, the birthing of the storm, 50 years to the day from its discovery on October 27th, 1973. And a huge part of this sign in Israel, the last day of summer in Israel is October 29th. This is the day that Israel would turn back their clock. This is the official end of summer in Israel. This is the beginning of winter in Israel, October 29th. There's so much Bible prophecy connected to summer and then winter, especially in Matthew 24:20. It says, "Pray that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then there will be great tribulation." It's connected to the beginning of the Great Tribulation, this connection to winter, this connection to Sabbath, and the connection to the beginning of the Great Tribulation. Pray that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then there will be great tribulation. Summer ends in Israel on October 29th, and it's the beginning of winter. All of this connected to everything else we are already watching, with the lunar eclipse, with the full moon, with the 21-day battle. And now we have all of this connected to the end of summer and to the beginning of winter on October 29th. And could this be the true birthday of the Antichrist? Bari Malak Shabazz is the true and original name of Barack Obama. At Terrible Truth, Martha Tobridge speculates that Obama's date of birth was not August 4th, 1961, as he claims, but October 28th, 1959. She further suggests that he was born not in Hawaii, but in New York City, with the name Bari M. Shabazz. Bari means of Allah. M is for Malik or Malachi, meaning king. Shabazz is the name taken by civil rights leader Malcolm X, who was born Malcolm Little. X used the names Malachi Shabazz, Malcolm Shabazz, and Malik El Shabazz. Why would Obama have been given that name if he was the son of Stanley Ann Dunham and Barack Hussein Obama Sr.? because he may in fact have been the son of Stanley Ann Dunham and Malcolm X. So these are the reasons I've put together this video. Very important watch time this coming weekend. A 21-day heavenly war that began on October 7th. The gospel has been preached to all the nations. The end has come. This has been confirmed by the death of Lauren Cunningham, who was the only person in world history to preach the gospel personally to all nations on earth. It's the last day of summer. It's the end of the eclipse cycle. The sun darkened and the moon turned to blood. The good man returns at the full moon, and it may also be the birthday of the Antichrist. I pray you are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.